First up pitching today, we have Rochene, Owen, Ysabella and Junior.
Okay, I'm Rochene. Alright, in our group pitch, we're going to be talking about our initial ideas for our AT media course and why we picked the song and just like camera editing and different techniques in media. Right, so an ideal character for R&B music, so we said that the female, she has to be like quite attractive. She has to have like a certain body image because that's how it's presented in the media. And like they always tend to dress nice and basically they always tend to dress nice. And for the male, we said that they also have to be quite attractive and they have to like put they're portrayed as like the stronger character. And in R&B they also follow like stereotypes, basically. Alright, so for our genre choice, we chose R&B. We chose this because, okay, this genre is often confused with hip-hop, but it's like a different version, it's like a more softer version, so it generally talks about like heartbreak in it, and it shows like a different type of side to males than in hip-hop. And the reason why I chose it is because we all listen to R&B at some point, and we didn't want to do a genre that that's like very common, so we said we want to do R&B to try and challenge ourselves.
Also, we chose R&B because with the song that we chose, which is Crooked Smile, J. Cole, we wanted to subvert the stereotype that the man has to be more dominant than the female. So with the song, it's about an insecure girl and we kind of want to portray the girl as more dominant and she has power in the music video. Next please. So yeah, we chose Crooked Smile by J. Cole. The lyrics kind of talk about how a girl is insecure about herself, and we kind of wanted to choose this because our target audience is well, it's going to be in the next slide, but our target audience is for teenagers our age, 17.
And also, the reason I chose it because we believe that it's an issue that's kind of common in this kind of age group, so between the ages of like when you first start puberty and like 16, I believe it's common, so like we want to address it because it will be valid. But for our cast, so for the female protagonist, we chose Ysabella because it will be easy to act. So she volunteered. So it was in our group, and also like it will be easy to use her to portray. Our target audience here is 16 plus. We use this because like this is kind of the age where you like experience pressures, like pressure of society, and we believe that it immediately portrays that you have to have a perfect body. You have to like there's certain stereotypes you have to follow in order to make it. So what we want to do, we want to target this audience and like say that through our music video show you don't have to actually do it because it relates to the song lyrics as well.
Yeah, it's kind of like a message to all the young people that you don't have to look this way. You kind of want to appreciate your body because a lot of people nowadays are getting bullied for how they look, or they want to change themselves and have plastic surgery or alter their image due to image portrayal. Sorry. Next please.
Okay, so for cinematography and editing, so we use track. So this is just some features of what we would include in our A2 media bit. So we said that in R&B it's general that they use fade. So this is like when you go from like one scene to a black screen and then go to another scene. So we use that because it's just a common convention in R&B. And we use cross-cutting. So for example, you can show two different things happening at once. So we could show like the girl like going through what she's going through, and then we can also show the other scene, like the guy who's going to be portrayed as J. Cole, just cross-cutting between the two scenes. Match and action, so that's just a significance of something. So for example, we could show her putting her hand on the like makeup to show that that's what she feels she needs, or we could show like looking in the mirror, or like something like that just to show the significance of that specific thing. Eyeline match, so we thought that in our music video we just had some ideas that we could show her looking at something and then we see that she's looking at her reflection, but at the same time you could portray how her facial expressions, so it could show the audience of how she may feel about it. Close-ups as well to show emotion and to show how the protagonist is feeling, and also to give the audience like what the atmosphere is like for mood as well.
So for costumes, we decided to dress the protagonist as someone who's sexy at the beginning, and we're kind of conforming to what R&B codes and conventions are. Like the female would kind of have minimal clothing in a way to appeal to the male audience, and makeup is also a huge part because they want to look appealing to the audience. Yeah, we chose to use a smartphone, makeup, jewelry, but in terms of jewelry, we expect the male person to have more jewelry than the female.
Also for location, we thought that we would use a bedroom scene, an outdoor scene, and an outdoor scene like maybe in a hotel, because in R&B music videos when we were studying it, we saw that the rooms are generally very luxurious and they look kind of nice, and they also have an outdoor scene to show just to show two different sides. So we thought, just to follow some conventions of R&B music videos, we thought we were going to have an outdoor scene and an indoor scene, just to let the audience know it's an R&B music video. And for the lighting, we said we're going to do low-key lighting at some points, just to show the mood. Can you go back, please? We're going to use low-key lighting at some point, just to show the mood of how the protagonist may be feeling, and then high-key lighting to show, when we get to the end, show that she's realised that you can be different, basically.
As a group, we decided to use social media to broadcast our music video because that's our target audience are more likely to be on social networking sites such as Instagram and Twitter than to read newspapers. Yeah, it's easy to share.
And also, like as Owen said, a lot of people, this is like easy to access. So, and also it's an easy way to share something at once. So in newspaper, if you used to type it up, you'd have to like type up lots of copies and like print it out. What with this, I can just put it in one place and then I can share it through lots of different social media. So that's why we decided to do.
So what, are you going to make a Twitter account for your artist and then just...
No, not a Twitter account, but we can share our
we're still deciding. We might create a Twitter account to publish our music video, and we might not.
I think to make it more recognisable, we might hashtag J. Cole, hashtag Crooked Smile, to kind of like
get people to watch it.
Okay, so we decided to follow Goodwin's theory, which he says that the lyrics kind of relates to the visuals. So because it's about insecure girl, we're gonna show a girl who's insecure. We plan to add a performance element, so there's a lot of piano and choir. So we're gonna put a choir in the music video, and the protagonist playing on the piano while it's playing the song.
Who's the choir going to be?
Well, we decided to kind of pick some bridge students.
So they're not actually going to sing, they're just going to...
No, they're going to sing it.
Yeah. So then also, there's another thing called the notion of looking. So this is where like, as we're going to show the change of her from like converting to the society, and then changing to show like the difference, we're going to do the notion of looking. So we're going to show her first, like, which is like narcissistic, which is looking at herself and like kind of glorifying herself, but then at the end we're going to subvert it to teach young girls that you don't have to follow this stereotype, because that's the kind of main theme of that song. We're also thinking not really to show her full face until the end. That was one idea. That doesn't mean it's going to happen, but like just to create mystery, and also like if you don't see someone's face throughout a music video, you kind of wonder like what she looks like, what example.
Yeah, is that the same person that's singing?
No, she's not singing.
So there'll be an artist singing.
Yeah, and then
there's a narrative.
It'll be following a girl.
So the narrative doesn't involve the artist who's performing.
No, there's two.
So
there's an artist performing and a protagonist as well.
Yeah.
Two separate people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And do they interact in any way? Is the artist singing near her? Is the artist like this kind of like godly presence that's like looking over her, or?
We're kind of thinking about that. I think there'll be a point where around the chorus they might meet up and they will sing together, because there is a female voice in it and there's a male voice, but because the male voice is more common, well not common, but the song is from a male artist, we decided to pick a male person for the video as well.
The song's from a male artist.
Yeah, J. Cole.
So who's the artist?
The female artist.
She's gonna be doing the narrative, like showing the story, but then we're gonna get someone else.
But who is the artist? So who have you cast as your?
Oh yeah, well we're gonna find
Still
that
casting
person.
at the
So you're still casting at the
Yeah,
moment.
so
Okay, so, and who is the artist? Who is your artist?
What do you mean by what do you mean by
The person playing the protagonist.
Okay,
not
sorry,
protagonist,
I'll try and make myself more clear. So you've been asked to create a promotional package for an artist who's releasing an album. Who is your artist?
Oh, we have two.
Easy Jeffy G? Is it Susan Smith? Like who is your
Alright, yeah,
artist?
we're still figuring out a name.
So you don't actually have.
We have an idea of who we want it to be. We just haven't figured out a name yet. That's what the thing is.
Okay. And that artist is a male artist, and it is featuring whoever Ysabella. So Ysabella, I presume, isn't an artist either yet. You just want to cast her. So it's going to be Dave featuring Susan.
Yes, basically.
Okay.
An example. Yeah.
And Susan happens to be the woman that's in the video.
So yeah, we're finished.
Okay. Well done, guys. First of all, so round of applause for everyone. That's the worst round of applause ever. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Thank you. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Okay. So I've asked some questions, but I'm sure that the girls to my right and the boys over there have some questions for you as well. So questions, please.
What made you feel like you wanted to pick a female to empower, like the insecurities of female? You said that you're gonna pick a female character to show her independence and strength. So what made you pick?
Yeah, because it's a male song. So why have you chosen to have a female-driven narrative for a male song?
If you look at the lyrics of the song, he's talking about a woman, but he's just saying it, and it's also kind of uncommon for a male to empower women. So if you look at the lyrics, he's saying you wake up, put makeup on your face. So he's just singing about a woman. That's why we picked a woman to do the narrative.
I also researched this.